Yo, what's up? So today, basically, I just want to talk about like starting a clothing brand or just starting any brand in general. When you're starting a brand, you gotta be serious. Like, don't hop into something just because somebody else is doing it. Don't do something just because your friend's doing it, you feel me? Just because someone's telling you to do it, just because you see someone making a lot of money. Don't do things just for the money. You gotta do things you really got a passion for. If you want to start a brand, a serious brand, the first important thing is finding a name. Finding a name that's gonna represent you perfectly. Because that's the most important thing, like your brand name and your just everything about your brand. Like, you gotta know what you wanna do, how you wanna do it, when you wanna do it, and who's your audience, things like that. So the first step is the brand name. You could make it real simple. Like, any brand name could be a simple name. Like, a lot of brands, Supreme, Nike, Adidas, the top brands, they have real simple names. Like, literally, like V-Loan, like things like that. Like, it just has to represent you in a perfect way. It gotta represent you, and you gotta know what audience you're looking for. So after that, you gotta start implementing designs and things like that. For me, I came up with my brand, first of all, it's one of a kind minds. You can shop now. I have a lot of new drops and a lot of new stuff, so things like that. But for me, I just went ahead and created my logo. I reached out to my mans, which was a graphic designer. You should definitely find graphic designers to help you with your logos and things like that. My logo is pretty simple, just colorful and things like that. It just stands out. And it represents my brand. It's one of a kind mine, so 1OK, as you can see, one of a kind. And just really build a team. Like, first you need a team around you. Don't just go in there thinking you can do everything by yourself. Don't think, even if you can make designs by yourself, please get people to help you create, and then just give a creative expression. Like, allow others to help you in certain ways. Don't copy, like I said, and don't depend on anyone, but allow people to help you. That's how I was able to get my brand started. I allowed people that knew things more than I did, especially when it came to graphic designing. I knew exactly how I wanted my image and how I wanted my logo and things like that, but at the time I didn't know how to use Photoshop. I didn't know how to use any of those systems, so I reached out to somebody I knew for a long time. Like, always reach out to the people you know first. Don't just hit a random person, you feel me? Reach out to the people you know, and then just try to work out a deal, certain things like that. And then just tell them exactly what you want and how you want it. Don't let them implement their own ideas into your brand, your logo, and then just go for it and then just settle for that. You feel me? You gotta settle for exactly what you want. You should know exactly what you want when you're finding a logo and when you're trying to optimize your brand. You should know exactly what you want. Don't depend on others, and don't copy. Don't go on Instagram and see a logo and be like, oh, that's sweet, let me just use that logo. You feel me? No. You feel me? So, and always, before you pick a name, you should always go online and see if that name is trademarked, see if it's copywritten and things like that. Like, you don't want to come up with a name and then down the line you get sued. Down the line you can't even use the name no more. So that's number one. Like, I really skipped that step. Like, you always gotta find out, like, if someone already has the same idea. There's billions of people in the world. You never know. So just stay focused on finding your name first. After that, find graphic designers. Find anyone that's good with any type of graphics, you feel me? And then just tell them your ideas, share your ideas, connect with them, go back and forth and pick which ones you like, which logos you didn't like. Because even with me, when I first started off, trust me, like, my first logo was like some trash. Like, that's what I really, now that I'm looking back at it, like, I rushed it. I just wanted to get something out. So never rush either, you feel me? Don't ever rush the process. Like, you'll know when something's really for you and when it's not. When I first told my graphic designer, my friend, what I really wanted, I would say the first 3, 4 to 5 designs weren't really what I really pictured, you feel me? So we went back and forth for a little while, and then by the 5th time, my design was perfect. Like, everything about it I loved. I could switch the colors, I could do this and that. This is one of my main logos, but I also have like 3 logos. Don't always put yourself in one box, you feel me? If you come up with 2 logos, brand those 2 logos, you feel me? So that's what I did. And I was really satisfied with the work he did, you feel me? Because you gotta make sure like you and the person you're working with are in sync, you feel me? Like, you gotta be on the same page. Y'all gotta both have the same mentality. You don't wanna work with somebody that's just trying to rush to work and get paid, you feel me? No, like, you gotta work with people that see your vision as clearly as you do. So that's what I did. And then after that, I started just putting it on mockups and saying what looked good and what didn't look good, you feel me? And I just started designing from there. I started real slow, you feel me? Like, I really did. Like, I really started slow, and I just took my time. I took my time on the designing part, number 1. And then I took my time on the promotion part, like getting other people's ideas, seeing this and that. And I always take constructive criticism, but never go along with the crowd, or never take someone's opinion as gold, you feel me? Because your brand and your logo could be fantastic. It could be the best brand in the world, you feel me? But you never know it until you get it around a lot of people, you feel me? So don't get discouraged just because no one's looking at your ideas, no one's supporting you, and things of that nature. But always just look ahead, you feel me? You know, like I said, you'll know as soon as you get that logo, you'll know, like, this is the one, you feel me? That's how I felt with my brand and the things like that. So you just gotta keep pushing. And yeah, that's really it. So once you do that and you got that situated, you got the logo, you got the brand name, you got mock-ups, you feel me, ready, clothes ready, just start pushing it and just start showing your audience or potential customers and things like that. Like, start pushing it. Don't ever be afraid to show nothing off. Like, it's your logo, you should, and your brand, you should definitely want to show people and show it off and things like that. Like, if you follow me on Instagram, I might drop it right here, but if you even see my Instagram, I promote my brand every day. I don't take a day off. Like, I rarely do. And if I do, I'm creating behind the scenes, you feel me? Because you always got to keep creating. Don't just stay stuck on one idea. That's what keeps you in a box. That's what keeps a lot of people in a box, you feel me? Not even just when it comes to brands, when it comes to life in general. A lot of people want to stay at the same point in life and follow the same routines and act like something different's supposed to happen. No. You feel me? You always gotta keep creating and keep thinking of new things, you feel me? I always create a lot of stuff. Like, as you can see, I got the one-of-a-kind mine shorts on, I got the trucker hat, great quality. And I got so many colors. Like, I created so many colors. Like, you see, like, I got the black with the teal with the yellow. I got the black with the 1OK Vision logo on it. You can see that. I got the black with the money sign shorts, $100 bill. You know, we thinking abundant. And then another pair of the 1OK Vision shorts. This is the black, green, and red version. This was one of the best sellers. This is like neon yellow, neon green, however you want to see it. Neon green and black. A lot of people bought this one. And so many other colors. So got the Halloween colors, you feel me? Summer, spring colors, fall, majestic. So yeah, you just gotta really believe in your brand and believe in yourself and never give up. Like, I create so many things. Like, these are just one of the items I have on my site. You feel me? My site has a lot of stuff. I have a lot of things on my site. So just keep creating. And also, I want to show the hats too. Like, since I just showed the shorts, these are also the same hats. Trucker foam hats. 1OK Vision. And just some aesthetics to go with the shorts as well, because they match color-wise and things like that. So, yeah. Just always stay focused and always keep creating. Yeah, so after you got the logo, you got your brand name, you got your mock-ups, you got your audience, your target audience. You know who you want to sell to, your customers or your potential customers. That's when you start going hard on marketing. Even if you got the best brand out here, you got the best logos, best designs, if you don't market in front of people or potential customers, you would never grow. You would never see the success you want to see ever. So you gotta focus on marketing. I mean, Facebook ads, Google ads, Instagram ads, those are, you feel me? That's what's really on today. And TikTok number one especially. So once you learn how to run ads, it's really like, that's really the difference between a small business and a big business. You feel me? It's marketing. So you gotta study ads. You gotta study your niche first of all. Like, know your niche. Like, are you selling to people that love God? Are you selling to people that are vegan? Are you selling to, you feel me? Like, people that like rap music. Like, just know your audience. You feel me? Like, always know your audience before you jump in something. Obviously, you're doing it for yourself and you're doing it for people like you. So you should always study and just study human psychology. That's really a big thing in marketing where people don't really take advantage of, like, human psychology. Understand what colors people like, what colors people want to wear in the spring, what colors people want to wear in the fall, the winter, things like that. Like, you always got to know how to target your audience and who you're targeting. With me, for the marketing side, I just really, honestly, first I started with friends, family, and things of that nature. But as it went on, like, I just started running Facebook ads, you feel me? Reaching out to people to wear my things, you feel me? Just connecting with anyone in the fashion community as fast as possible. Like, I was building connection after connection after connection, you feel me? I stayed on point. I never, even like a lot of manufacturers would reach out to me on Instagram. And this is a crazy story, but like, it's real funny because like, there's so many manufacturers in my DM right now, but I literally went with the jankiest one out of all of, like, all the photos were blurry. They barely had followers. I know it was like fake comments and things like that nature, but like, when you talk to somebody and they seem genuine, you always got to take a chance. Like, I had so many other manufacturers in my inbox, like, willing to ship me free samples and things of that nature. And at the end of the day, I went with my heart and I went with the person I believed the most. You feel me? That wanted to help me the most and not just make some money. So long story short, I just went with this. Like I said, like, the Instagram page had like 200 followers, you feel me? All the pictures were blurry, no real comments, no like real proof of him doing things for other people, like, other than like a couple videos. But like I said, everything was like bad quality. So long story short, we spoke for a couple days and he just kept saying, like, I want to help you, I want to do this, I want to do that, send me your logos. And every time I would send him a piece of information, he would respond in like less than a minute every time, no matter if it was 1 a.m., 2 a.m., no matter the time. It was crazy. Like, and this guy's all the way in Pakistan. Like, so basically we just kept talking and talking for a couple days. I sent him my logos, he sent me mock-ups. I told him how I wanted things, how I wanted it this way, that way. and basically offered to give me free samples. So when after he offered the free samples, I basically just sent him the shipping money, which was like $30. But it's crazy because even the company I was using back then, I was using print on demand. So I feel like that's like a good starter for everybody. Everybody that has a low budget, that doesn't really have customers yet and doesn't want to really purchase large quantity of items at once, start with print on demand. I would suggest like Printful. Yeah, just start with print on demand. I would really just start that way, because now you could have a company shipping your products for you, and then you just have to wait for customers, honestly. You create and you let everyone do the job for you. But after you get to a certain scale, you're gonna wanna increase your profit margins. You're gonna wanna increase your production. You wanna increase, you feel me, the quality of the items. So when you're good at that level, it's like, that's when you meet a manufacturer and you take a chance and you just find one, and then you lock in. And if your ideas are on the same page, then start working. But like I said, I met this guy in Pakistan, and he was just so genuine from the start. Like, ever since I met him, ever since the day one we talked, like, he just, like I said, he replied less than a minute every time, whether it was late, early in the morning, it didn't matter. Like, he wanted to work. Find someone that wants to work. Don't find somebody that's lazy, that's gonna reply to you every hour, every other day. Like, find someone that wants to work. So while we were doing business, basically, the whole process went smooth. Like, I sent him the logos, I sent him how I wanted on the clothing, what material, what sizes, everything like that. And then I sent him the $30 for shipping. And by the time he shipped it out, I think he shipped it out on a Sunday, but I believe everything didn't go out till Monday, but I received everything Friday. So the whole process was 5 days. So it's crazy, like, how somebody in Pakistan, like I said, he's in Pakistan, how somebody in Pakistan could create good quality clothing, you feel me? Charge me way less than the average price over here in America, and then get it to me in a faster process. So like I said, always take the chance. Don't be bougie and be like, oh, damn, he only got 200 followers, he can't help me. Like, don't ever be bougie, because I learned my lesson the hard way. Like, literally, like, I was looking for manufacturers for months, wasting money, this and that, like, and then I found a random person, you feel me? So always believe in yourself and always go with your intuition. I just felt it in my heart that the situation was gonna turn out good. Not every situation's gonna turn out good, so don't be one of those persons that goes on Instagram after this video and then finds a manufacturer that scams them. Like, there's a lot of scams out there. Like I said, follow your intuition, follow certain guidelines, never send all the money. Like, even if it's the shipping, like, have them send you the production first, videos of them actually creating the clothing, because they could be lying to you the whole time. So you want to play things smart and just always be on your P's and Q's, because there's scammers all over the internet, whether it's clothing, whether it's crypto, whether it's financial advice. Everyone's a scammer out here. So, like, you gotta really know who you're dealing with, and you gotta really know why you're doing certain things, and don't try to scheme anyone. Don't try to get over on anyone, especially like a great manufacturer. So you always gotta build great connections, find the people that are gonna help you the most, and then just connect and then keep working. So after the manufacturer part, we seen eye to eye. He made everything I wanted, how I wanted it. We had a couple like confusions, but like after that, it was nothing really for us. So that's what really it is. So like, once you got a manufacturer, you study the marketing part, you got your brand name, you got your logo, you're really ready to go. You're ready to just start investing and going hard on promoting yourself and getting yourself out there. That's literally the last step. Like, don't get discouraged. Like, never get discouraged if you're not getting the eyes on you that you think you deserve. Like, everyone has their time. Everybody has, you feel me? Like, everybody literally has their success point. It's coming. Like, it's coming, especially if you're working hard and you're working smart. It's just not about working hard. You can work hard for your whole life and still be average. Like, you gotta be smart about how you do things, why you're doing it, and then you gotta see 10 years down the road. Don't build a brand just to blow up and that's what you wanna do, you feel me? Like, always think 5 to 10 years down the road, like, would this last? Is this what I wanna be doing for the next 5 years? If it's not, then just stop doing it and find something else to do. But like, if you really wanna be a business owner, a brand owner, like, you have to see into the future. You can't just keep thinking about short term. You gotta see long term, and you gotta like analyze everything, and you gotta see your growth over the months. Brands take years and years and years and years to build a brand. You're not gonna build a 6-figure brand overnight. You feel me? There's no way. Like, and if you do, I've seen them. Like, I don't wanna like say the certain names, but there's brands that they had great success overnight after a certain celebrity award and then something like that. But like, as soon as that happened, they couldn't even handle the amount of customers they were getting. They had to give out refunds. Their business started getting talked about in a negative way. Like, you don't want to be that type of person. So always be prepared and always see, like I said, 5 to 10 years down the line of your brand and how you want things to be. And then just stay focused on creating. Every day I create. Every day I make things that I know I would wear. Like, don't ever make something you know personally. There's a lot of people that put out items that I know for a fact they wouldn't even wear themselves. So don't be one of those type of people. Like, please don't be one of those type of people. Like, only put out things you're gonna wear yourself. Like, if you wouldn't wear something yourself, don't put it out. There's a lot of people that have brands that I never even see them. I've never seen them a day in my life wear their own thing, and it makes you think, like, if this person is not even wearing their own brand, their own shit, is like, do they even believe in it? Like, are they doing it just for the money? Like, are you that person? Are you doing it just for the money? Do you even like what you do? If that's the case, don't do it. You're wasting your time. You might get a little bit of money, but that's it. You feel me? So always believe in everything you're doing and then stay focused and never give up. I've seen a lot of people that had great potential. They just gave up too early. A lot of people give up early for no reason. They really have no reason, just because the money's not coming, like, or they don't see the amount of followers on their Instagram they think they deserve. Like, stop focusing on the followers and start focusing on the production and the marketing. I've seen brands with like 300 followers sell out of every drop. And then brands with like 10K followers, 20K followers, they're like struggling to market. So don't ever focus on the followers. Don't ever put yourself down because you feel like not many people are watching you. Not many people are seeing how much work you're putting in. You feel me? Just keep working. It may take a year, it may take 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. Like, never stop working. Like, the minute you stop working is the minute you're just stagnant and you just start slowly losing your value. So always keep working. Like, you don't wanna start something and then just not complete it. Like, that's why people don't believe in a lot of brands, because they will start it this month. They'll not do nothing for a whole month. They'll try to bring back their cloud or whatever, you feel me? And then just keep going in circles. So don't start, stop. Like, always just keep pushing, no matter how slow the progress is, no matter how hard everything seems. Like, you gotta keep going no matter what. So that's really it. Like, and you gotta love your brand. Like, because there's gonna be days where, like, you're like, damn, like, am I the only nigga that's wearing this shit? Am I the only person that's seeing, like, what I'm seeing? Like, am I the only one that sees value in what I'm selling? Like, it's gonna be plenty of those days. So that's why you really gotta love what you're doing, because those days won't matter, because you know better days are coming. So always stay focused. And one thing I forgot to talk about is like, you don't want to be one of those people that are that like DM a purchase. You feel me? Like people have to DM you just to purchase your things. Like you want to build a website, whether you know how to build a website or not. You can go on Fiverr, Fiverr, and find anyone like a website designer, and they'll quickly build you a Shopify store. I recommend Shopify because it's easy. It has so many tools, so many built-in tools and apps you could use to integrate in your store and just bring more attention to your store. So I feel like Shopify is the easiest to navigate around, so I'd recommend that. Don't just have an Instagram page where people have to DM you and ask you how to order and this and that. It's real unprofessional, and people want to be able to buy things on the spot. So I would recommend building a website after you got the name, the logo, and your clothing and the mockups and all those things. After you got all those things, definitely build a website and then start promoting. I'd recommend just watching marketing videos. Don't follow other people's marketing like tools on. Everybody has their own way of marketing, but like at the end of the day, just like I said, like market to the people in your niche, like, and then don't focus on like trying to bring up the whole world to your brand. Like focus on the people that you know are like you, are like your brand, or similar to your brand, or the type of person that would want to wear your brand. Like focus on that at first. Then you could start global marketing, you feel me? But like first, just focus on your potential customers, people you know that have potential to buy your thing. So after that, really just go hard. Like just don't let up. Like don't like I said, I've seen so many brands like start and stop, and then that was the end of it. So always show your stuff off, you feel me? Always promote your things, always just, you feel me, just keep creating, never stop creating, because you're gonna be stagnant. Like, and always drop new colorways and things of that nature, because like this, for example, this was just an idea, and this was one of like my greatest ideas, because like I feel the colors are vibrant. It's gonna catch the average person's eye, you feel me? Just walking around, especially in the summer. These are like great for like working out, great for summer, great for running, whatever it is. So always just go hard and put your all into it. Never be cheap. Don't get cheap materials. Just don't go the cheap route, because you'll have a lot of refunds you'll have to make, you feel me? You'll have a lot of customers lost down the drain just because you wanted to be cheap. You always want to give people value, to the best of your ability. Always give value to others. Like, and I just believe that with my heart. If you do that, I feel like you can go far places, especially if you give like real good value. Like this hat, A1. Material, foam, A1. Everything A1. You feel me? And don't let the market, don't let the internet, and don't let the algorithm like control what you put your prices at. Like always know your value and know your worth, and don't let the market pick for you. Don't let your fans, don't let your friends tell you, oh yeah, this is too expensive, why don't you drop the price $10 more down? Never listen to that, you feel me? Know your value, know your worth, and stick with that. Stick with your price and never settle, you feel me? Like that's the worst thing you could do, because down the line when you try to up your prices, people gonna complain. So just know your value from the start, create your value. Don't go lower than that, don't settle, don't listen to nobody. Create your own designs, think for yourself. Take marketing tools from big influencers, like people in your lane too. Like another big thing is like watch people that are successful. Don't listen to your best friend that's never ran a clothing brand tell you how to do things, you feel me? Like you gotta listen and watch the people that are actually doing what you want to do and that are doing it at a high level, you feel me? And there's many people like that. So always just stay focused on watching people that are successful, watching people that are in the position where you want to be, watching people that inspire you, you feel me, to get up and keep going. Like, always take little notes and things from them and just recreate it in your own way and then keep going. So that's the best thing you could really do. Every day I wake up, I just watch things that are gonna motivate me, people that motivate me in my lane, whether it has to do with life, you feel me, and things like that. So that's really it. Starting a brand is not really that hard, you feel me? It's hard to grow a brand because, like I said, growing a brand and building a brand takes years and years, like 5 to 10 years. So yeah, just start. Don't be those type of people. Like, don't be the one to just sit on an idea for 3 years and never execute and never do nothing with the idea. You feel me? I used to be that type of guy where I used to just think and watch videos and think and never act. I wouldn't say I was afraid. I was procrastinated. You feel me? So never procrastinate. Always, when you have an idea, write it down. You feel me? If you have an idea, record a video that on the spot. Now stop waiting for time to pass for somebody to find you and you think you're gonna blow up that way. Like, stop. Like I said, stop waiting for people to create value and create it yourself. Like, if you don't create value, then no one will ever see value in anything you do. No one will want to purchase your item, sign up for your class, you feel me, watch your videos, like your posts, anything like that. So if you never create your own value and you never see value in yourself, then it's really hard to stay on point. But if you're that type of person that's willing to work and willing to never let nobody tell you no, you're gonna go far. Like, I promise you. When I first started my brand, I don't even think I believed it in myself. Like, I believed in my brand, obviously, because that's why I started it. But like, I didn't believe in my ability to grow it. You feel me? That's what it really was. And then every day I would have no support. That's what made me go harder. So like, you should always use the times when you have no support as fuel to go harder and keep working until people see the value that you created. And then from there, you should be good. And then just like, really represent your brand. Wear your brand, show it off. Don't be that type of person to sell a lot of things online, but you're not even using the products or using the service or whatever it may be yourself. Like, people want to see why you're pushing something so bad. So if you're gonna push something, the least you could do is promote it. You feel? That's the least you could do. Like, the least you could do is wear your own things. You feel me? Like I said, I see a lot of people that don't even wear their own brands, and it's like bro, like, what? It's just confusing to me. I never got that. I'm like, why would you start a brand but not even want to wear your own brand? It's like, there's something behind the scenes, you feel me? Or like, it's something tricky about that. Like, but honestly, just stay focused, never let nobody tell you no, and keep hustling. Peace.